I get it. Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's Nsila ID soto.
That's soto. Sorry. I get it.
Bijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka. Mbale ki janna nun kuno bara tariaka.
Jannom Yonna Forest de Bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi topoto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi ma nin domorol ni fana beteata. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
baraka ba. Ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
To launch a new product that we feel will add a lot of value to the Gambia, especially the business community, helping women, men. So that launch, I will not spill the beans, but the professionals are here. We will have 2 statements by the professionals, and then the support team and management will also answer questions regarding why we are here today. So we will start first with Mr. Momodou Barrow, the General Manager for Yonna Forex Bureau, to do the introductions and tell us the reasons why we are gathered here today. Mr. Barrow, please.
All right. So we thank you so much for coming here to really answer our call in the short notice that we have given to the press. I really want to make a few statements on behalf of the Board of Directors and Management of Yonna Islamic Microfinance, which we are here this morning to really tell the press what it is all about. And I have here with me the management and staff of Yonna Islamic Microfinance, who will really take questions and answers from you. And then on that note, I really welcome you once again for coming to Yonna Foreign Exchange Bureau and Yonna Islamic Microfinance. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Yonna Islamic Microfinance. Thank you for your taking time to come and attend this important meeting, actually, which is a press release from Yonna Islamic Microfinance. So Yonna Islamic Microfinance was launched by the Central Bank on the 12th of April 2021 as a non-bank financial institution, fully fledged Islamic microfinance. It is the first full-fledged Islamic microfinance in the country. Of course, we have Islamic microfinance institutions with windows, but for a full-fledged Islamic microfinance, Yonna Islamic Microfinance is the first full-fledged Islamic microfinance institution. And what is our vision? Our vision is to be the Islamic microfinance of choice in the country. Our mission is to build a sustainable, scalable, inclusive, and authentic Islamic microfinance institution driven by highly skilled and innovative leadership that positively impact on the socio-economic well-being of our stakeholders. Who are our target clientele? Our target clientele are mainly women and youth groups involved in agricultural value chain, but also individuals and cooperative business involved in all forms of economic activities. So we have a very diversified clientele base, actually. Our outreach, we intend to reach target clients with innovative savings and financial products that produce win-win scenarios for both Yonna Islamic Microfinance and its esteemed stakeholders. What are our saving and financing products? Yonna Islamic Microfinance has a mix of flexible and illiquid, inflexible savings products that cater for the needs of its service clientele. We are Sharia performing, not only Sharia compliant. You must have seen some advertisements, Sharia compliant, Sharia compliant. We want to go beyond Sharia compliance and be Sharia performing. Sharia compliance is about do no harm. When you talk about Sharia compliance, you are talking about do no harm. Sharia performing is do good. So we want to go beyond do no harm and do good. And how do we do that? We take our clients as our partners. So we are not just giving arm's length loans, but we're taking strong interest in the businesses of our client. And another feature that makes Yonna Microfinance stand out of the crowd is the emphasis that we are putting on consumer protection. Consumer protection. Actually, Yonna Islamic Microfinance is the first microfinance institution that will be talking about client protection. Even the conventional ones that have been in existence for years, no one talks about consumer protection. With regards to the consumer protection, we are looking at 6 areas. That is avoiding over-indebtedness, transparent pricing, ethical collection practices, ethical staff behavior, because we have the belief that not only the products should be Sharia compliant, but the staff themselves need to be a bit more Sharia compliant in their dealings with the clientele. Mechanism for redress of grievances and privacy of client data. And the official launching will be communicated. Very soon we'll do the official launching. This is what our board chairperson used to call a soft launching, for people to know that Yonna is in business. On the 7th of June, that is last Monday, we've started operations. And hopefully very soon we'll do an official launching to which all of these stakeholders will be invited. I thank you for your attendance.
They should choose among themselves who to answer. My name is Alpha MS Kamara. I work with the Point newspaper and J7 Radio. You are a startup business institution, and we are having a lot more or some microfinance in the Gambia. So how are you people intending to operate? You understand, to show people or to the consumers in the Gambia, or your target consumers in the Gambia, that you people are different compared to the people that are here earlier before?
There are a number of microfinance institutions in the Gambia, but statistics is telling us that 69% of Gambians do not have a bank account. And that's a large number, actually. So the demand for financial services is still there. The opportunity is still there. What is making us stand out of the crowd, what we'll do differently, one is we are an Islamic microfinance institution. And an Islamic microfinance institution, that means we go into partnership with our clients. And also we charge profit rather than interest rates. The modality of that possibility, later we can talk about that. But this is one thing that makes us stand out of the crowd. The other thing is I talk about Sharia performance rather than Sharia compliant. We want to take strong and keen interest in the businesses of our clientele, not just giving an arm's length loan. And the third one is we are targeting agriculture deliberately. Agriculture value chain. I talk about agriculture value chain. When you look at the Millennium Development Goal, I think 5 of the goals are hinged on agriculture. If you solve the problem of agriculture, you are solving all those 5 Millennium Development Goals, one of which is eradicating extreme poverty and hunger, access to universal education, empowering women, gender equality and empowering women, reducing child mortality, improving maternal health. These are all linked to agriculture. With improved agriculture, all these things can be addressed. So this is why, for us, we are deliberately targeting agriculture. We are also targeting youth. Why? Because of the demographic dividend associated with youth. What is the percent of youth in the Gambia? Over 60%. So that's also a large number. So these are some of the reasons that we feel we stand out of the crowd. These are our target groups, and this is the way we want to go over, in dealing with our clientele. We want, like I said, I can talk about one of the products, why we talk about win-win when it comes to Islamic financing. For example, there is one product which is called Mudaraba. This is a contract where we give upfront 100% of the capital, and the person we are giving the money to will do the management on our behalf, and we share in the profit. So we want to target women groups and youth groups, especially those involved in sheep fattening or ram fattening. We buy the rams for them, give to them, and they fatten them for 6 to 9 months. And when they sell, we have our capital back, and then we share the profit. They have 60% of the profit, we have 40% of the profit. So these are some of the win-win scenarios that we'll be using regarding with our clients. Thank you.
Among Islamic bank or Muslim majority. So the banks also revenue for Islamic bank and in conventional bank. So after the science I told them project Islamic microfinance. So that time you learn what of the Fatanda nyadi lebe ning Islamic microfinance and ning microfinance billion conventional microfinance ning yaloka be outside Islamic microfinance. Mune mwila fatam faso. Anim fanam atola firogolo taralore munyaka. Kaje ko nimo business or to Yoruba Ketan. But I told you Nanyadi, Umoya to Sute, Katandu.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي الحمد لله وحده الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. Welcome everyone to Yonna Islamic Microfinance. Our brother Pamodu asked a very important question, because if we come as Islamic microfinance, and what is the difference between us and another existing conventional microfinance in the country? So Islamic microfinance basically is the financial system or banking system which is consistent with the Islamic principle or Sharia principles. If we say Sharia principle, we mean we have to do our business according to the Sharia. According to the Sharia, how? There's some elements that Sharia is looking at them in order for that business to be compliant in Sharia, or in order to fulfill the Sharia requirements. Among them, the business should be halal business. It should be, we should not be engaged, or Islamic microfinance should not be engaged in any form of business which have the element of haram. That means we don't deal with any business who dealing with the alcohols, porks, and lotteries, and everything, prostitutions, everything, casinos, that is haram in Islam. We don't deal with those businesses. We don't finance them, and we didn't give them any loan. We didn't go into partnership with them. Okay. Another thing is the Islam is looking at money as a mean of exchange. It's not a commodity. It's not a merchandise. Therefore, we have to have asset backing in any dealing what we are doing. Because if you give out money and you charge interest there, that is prohibited in Islam. So we didn't take the money as a commodity like conventional banks do. Because for them, they don't ask, where are you going to put your money? You need $1,000, they give you $1,000 with interest of 10%, and you are going to pay extra money on top of that $1,000. We don't do that. We go into trade between us and the clients. We provide them the asset, the merchandise, with the cost plus the markup. So this is another way how we are different with conventional banks. And we don't engage in uncertainty businesses. Any business should be clear. It should not be hiding anything. Like lotteries, you didn't know the outcome. You are putting your money into something, you don't know the outcome. But for us, if we are going into contract, we will see the subject matter. This is what we are selling, and this is what the client is going to buy. and he's going to pay in a period of time. So the most important thing, like I say, is the riba element, because riba is totally prohibited in Islam. It's totally and if the Muslims know how extent the riba is prohibited, they will avoid to deal with any riba bank, because Allah has said clearly, those who deal with riba, they declare war between him and them. And we feel that Gambia, as 95 Muslims, we have a duty, to rescue them, to provide them alternative, institution, which is Islamic microfinance, which established just currently. We have different products that differ us totally with conventional banks. And if we want to go to that, maybe it will take a lot of time. But I will leave at that stage, and we are welcoming further questions. Thank you.
The difference, the other area is the transparent pricing that I talk about. When you walk into any microfinance institution and ask them what is your interest rate, actually what they give you is a nominal interest rate. It's not the actual, it's not the real interest rate. So here, with Islamic microfinance, it has to be transparent. It has to be transparent when you are pricing. And secondly, the businesses that we'll be working with are partners. They are partners in Yonna Islamic microfinance. Unlike the conventional ones, they talk only about the shareholders. The interest is focused only on the shareholders of the business. With Islamic banking, it goes beyond that. Those who are saving, they are partners in your business. So they are considered even in the governance structure of any Islamic microfinance. And the other is the ethical financing. The profit, like for example, the interest rate is calculated ex ante. Now you're paying 20% or 30%. Whether your business succeeded or not, you have to pay that. You are forced to pay that. This is different from Islamic banking. It is only at the end of the term you know what is the profit, and then you share the profit.
Can we do a summary quickly, Mandinga?
Okay. Pamodu abarka bakela nyinin karo yemin dijang mimbe dending minomu mine ntulning microfinance kote wal fata anim fanan tulbe lori mine kan ngamira nyinne kitela nyinin karoti yo bari mbe mimfule jang wolom Yonna Islamic microfinance aka nafulo tamandi ning silol la min yalon ko aning Islamic sariyon tata yo nin ko nafulo tamando nin silo la mi yalon ko ani Islamic sariyon tata wolom yinti ko Yonna Islamic microfinance ate dunna business ol kono mi yalon ko haram business olom wolom komin doli wafolti ka lotril ke se wafolu wo business mi yalon ko mbetu yalon ne ko sariyon to a haram tale Yonna Islamic microfinance te dunna woto Yonna Islamic microfinance fanang wala Islamic microfinance ajel ko kodo aka kuwolle aka julayala soniyandi molda matema bara ate fango manke marchandise oti kodo fango da manke marchandise oti ninga jube ko kodo marchandise oti woto saying nga problème o soto na economy konole bayring ninga jube for example central bank ye kodo da male produce moli ya janjam mol momantala do ko wala momantala ka fendada konkole be mutala bayri wo kodo nyi wo kodi keso nyi nta domo nola nta dun nola woto woya tinnale Islamic microfinance ay minje wolom nyinti ko nin kodo be dila anyanta dila kulle kan wolom nyinti marchandise o nyanta tarala jende fin nyanta tarala jele kodo be dila min kamma isaji wo fengo ase ite kodi dila nyin nafa anin ay kadi min fananna aka munta ntolla business o be kela ko bin ko safaro leti mbe fengo sanna kemela nga wafu na kiliano ya kemenin tanna wo kiliano nyin abe wo fengo nyin jola wala abe wo kodo jola kar saba konto mbang fo kari woro konto mbang fo kari tannim fula konto wala sango konto wo bentol la karola ntol ka wo safar façon kel yo abe na muslimi ala sartol kono sharion ala sartol kono pour business o e timma wolo mi yinti ko riba amu fenet mi yalon ko haram tale muslimi yakon bayrin alquran o yafole mi yalon ko asaniyata bake alquran o kon ayaytandi ko min ko mol min yalon ko ika riba tamandi woto itoli kelole wuli ala talla kamma moja male bela fango chikala e ko ka ala le kelendi ite winu wo keloto woto ntol ngaje le ko Gambia Muslim bankolam bayri 95% adu mu membalti OIC Organization of Islamic Cooperation mini yalon ko nyante summit kele fango next year jang so woto wo kamala ntol ngaje le ko pour nga sila koten yitandi mbadi muslim molla pour kela nafulo tamandi nin silola mi yalon ka nin ribate nyomala adu ila nafulo ka wulundiye profito min sotota je ntolni tol nga wo share adu muslimeya ala sartol kono business oto wala mo business o jing anyanta koylal fer manya na nyone nela je nyimu marchandise olti lefta ka wala wafuya ala kos mun nyennati ni atano wasalam ni matano wasalam nyinna mun dala profito je ni atano wasalam ni matano wasalam wala mu ntolla loram bulote bari nte nene la komin ko lotri kol kamol nene nyami ha i ka fego i tandila bari ibe min fay ba soto la fay ta soto lay man wolonje aka mulunta nim mo ko ni nyemi be ba ko na tending mba wafule adu ite malon fay be wo nyemu tala fay ta mutala wala nyin kuno min kati sando tending mba wafule ya imalon fay be wo kuno mutala fay ta mutala so muslimeya ala business wala ala nafulo tamandirnya abetu koytale ani shariyon tatale wala tinna ndolu dindo ko tengol fatata akabulnta nyinno na kumoti ka sutiyandi drone abarka bag.
Thank you very much. I think it's a very important question. Yes, we do have partners. Our partners starts with our clients. Of course, we have said it, earlier speakers have said that Yonna Islamic Microfinance consider our clients as partners. That is, whatever revenue that is being generated from the funds that we mobilize, that we will have to share that with our clients. So that means they are partners. And secondly, we have institutions that we want to work with. That is why initially we have visited some institutions such as Ministry of Agriculture. We'll work with them because we believe that we are actually concentrating heavily on agriculture. And like earlier speakers have said, agricultural value chain, agricultural development actually can actually form a base for a meaningful, sustainable development in the country, because most of the areas, almost all the important areas for development are actually are connected to this. Going into further on our partners, I would say, I will also emphasize on some of the targeted people that we have, because I have said it that our clients are also our partners. So we want to actually consider this on, we want to target mainly women groups. Of course, we understand that if you look at our demographic, women are considered to be more vulnerable to poverty, women and children. So obviously, and most of these women, of course, are found in the rural areas, and so most of them are actually engaged in subsistence agriculture. So therefore, with our agricultural products and also focusing on these women will definitely help greatly. And not only that, we also want to target market vendors. You look at our combos here. Most of the women, early in the morning, if you bought vehicles, you will see women struggling going to the markets. And most of these people will definitely are living hand to mouth. So we will actually help them mobilize savings. And in the long run, we will also support their businesses by not providing them with cash, but we will provide them with assets that they sell, so that, of course, the microfinance will also get a markup from that, but we want to do it in such a way that it will definitely change the livelihood of these people that we are working with. We also want to work with youth. Of course, we have some youth in the country who have ideas, business ideas, and then because they don't have financial muscles to be able to venture into some of these business activities. So Yonna Islamic Microfinance will work hand in glove with these people as well, so that we will be able to support them, and then it will have an impact on the on our economy. So, and of course, the state, the government is also one of our partners, because we cannot operate in a country without liaising with government institutions. And I have said it earlier, agriculture is also one of them. And also any institution or any department that is dealing with women, youth, we will definitely liaise with them to be able to provide our services to the most vulnerable people. And then because with our accessibility, because we all understand in this country, Yonna is almost everywhere. So therefore, we're going to use that opportunity to bring financial accessibility to almost everybody in this country, no matter where you are, no matter what remote area you find yourself. Yonna Islamic Microfinance will find you there, just like the Yonna Forex Bureau has found you there. Yes. Yes, mbemem foka nu angale counter wala nyinti ko Yonna Islamic Microfinance ay nyinin karo ka ko na partners mu jumalete ngon tol na clientol na customers mon mel bela ko dota lay bine ba ma wala Yonna Islamic Microfinance ntel nga ñu mol jele ko ñil muntel la partner lete ni conventional banking jibe mo jamal membe mol la mirarol to wala nyinti ko mo nanata ko do ma boyete ado amuyla client or amila customer ban tol ko ite mun tel la partners leti mbe mako la joran leto marchandise sol tole ngadi lete ya wafi adomandi dio bar fanan ninga wodite la te danna oto minala kanate jibe ka jibe foyte law marchandise me ba tamandi ko o safaro ko no law business ko no fabita kan anyama le ban naman trata kan anyama ngalondi ndiun men sodo ni semen siano pour ibaje la ko wo bete mako no la nyaadi so ngafo kon tel mbe focus la bake seno bundala anu seno mu feneti me alon ko akumata bake because ne yirwal be jibe banko kan yirwa o yirwa atitano la ning seno bunda manta so seno bunda be dendim fenel nyil bebe dendi wal so latna ni jannin kany ndugo kumas ngantara nga visit kele Ministry of Agriculture because masa kunda la bunda membe marali seno la ntara nunjele pour kanyinje ko ni sembulodi no nyola nyaadi andu fen fendi ninga trabe dendi musol sembentu yala aning funding ke ke sembentu yandi anum fanam be makoyro kala fanna funding ke fanna la melia lonko e be siring business o londol be bul bari man kodol sotono pour ko business o nyel tamande Yonna Islamic Microfinance ni ñun molbe do ko kala pour ka ke ma ko ke sembentu yandi na fulolte be mentale ba kala no wolto pour ka ka business o nyen ke amandula do fo angale kanto wala fana mo mel ya lon ko be do ko wala dulalto andu lafta ni ye jo la salary yena ya ta tru Yonna Islamic Microfinance wala fana mo modi mel ya lon ko be kala na panalti ni be do ko wala kala andu nin lan na nyoya nyim meta to mo se sodo fan se nyil ma koy julol to mel ya lon ko se fam muna fangala je ba ni nga tarambe ko di dinno kala dawdandi ko do nyinte interest la ta professor akamanta be free money la dilaw aspect la because riba mo fenede me ya lonko fe njaw balen dino to andu Yonna Islamic Microfinance man la fi fenkela me ya lonko anil riba be mulunta yar yes suma mbokki setan kat yi jere ngeen def ñi ñew attend suñ press conference bi li ñew wax rek moy ne Yonna Islamic Microfinance danaka ñun dañ ñew fi pour askan bi yeb dafa laaj question mu ne ñan ñoy suñ partners yi ñu ne ñun nak suñ partners yi moy ñu nga xamne dañoo ñew ci Yonna Islamic Microfinance ñu ñew denca suñ xaalis seen xaalis yi ñu ne ñi nak nekkuñ suñ client yi kese ñi nekk ne ñi nga xamne suñ partners yi because business yi wala xaalis yi ñoo dajale ci suñ microfinance bi xaalis boobu noonu bu nga ko jëlee ñu dugal ko ci business xaalis lu mu jur yëpp daanaka dafa mel ni dañ koy seedoo ak suñ client yi suñ partners yi loolu moo tax ñu gis leen ak suñ partners ñu ne nag réew mi boo ko seetee ñu gën a niw di doole ci réew mi mooy jigéen yi ak xale yi te tamit so Yonna Islamic Microfinance bugga nañoo dimbale ñii ci seen wàllu business yi waaye moo tax balaa ñoo commencé tamit demoon nañ seet ci Ministry of Agriculture lu tax ñu jëf li Yonna Islamic Microfinance lu ñoo gën a focus mooy mooy agricultural sector because ñëpp ñu bari d'accord nañ ne réew mi balaa moo mun a développe fan na yu bari ci agriculture lañ sukkandikoo so dafa mel ni boo liggéeyutee ci agriculture sa bétey sa development ambitions bi nga am doo ko mun a fulfill so loolu moo tax ñu gën a focus ci agriculture bi.
Millions of dollars have been pumped into agriculture. It remains the same. It's even stagnating or going backward. The reason for that, I don't know. There may be problems with design of projects. These are government projects, and we all know government projects how they are run in the country. But there is no doubt about the profitability of agriculture. For every $1 invested in agriculture, there is $4 in return. According to the President of African Development Bank, the next generation of millionaires will come from agriculture. Why? Because population is increasing. The demand for food is increasing, actually. So this is what makes agriculture profitable. For us, our focus is not on the big-time farmers. It's not on commercialization. For us, we are focusing on the small producer. Why? Because these are the guys who are producing for us. The women are the guys who are producing for us. It is not the big-time farmer. So for us, our focus is in the small producer, actually. And two, we'll be profitable. Why? Because in the Gambia, overall, women are good borrowers. They are good borrowers. Actually, the concept, the principle of microfinance, whether conventional or Islamic, is that there are no bad borrowers, and there are bad lenders, actually. So if the money is not paid, it's not because of the borrower, it's because of the lender, because you define your own rules. So for us, we will be working with the women. One area I've already explained, where we'll be giving them money. We've done this many times, and it's successful. We'll be giving them money, or to buy rams for them, give them the rams, and then they fatten the rams, and then at the time of Tabaski, then they sell these rams, and we share in the profit. They have 60%, we have 40%. Another area will be in the area of labor-saving devices, in the form of tractors, in the form of milling machines, in the form of pumping irrigation water, irrigation systems. This one we'll do in the form of murabaha. We'll buy the material for them, give it to them, and they pay overtime with our markup on it. So for us, we see that women businesses are viable. The same thing with youth businesses. For projects, you never know. I cannot talk about projects, because the implementation modality may differ from project to project. And so what are some of the hiccups? Why are they not impacting on the poor? I have no idea about that. But for us at microfinance level, whether it's conventional or Islamic, there is no doubt that agriculture is profitable. Yeah. And this is why we are targeting agriculture. Akanyini karo ke munna wale mu munna tinna agriculture million le duntaje hanin sa ngambel agriculture amanta nyato munni o tinanka unte o jabiro keno la woto o kodol jamali kana project ko lela o project ko ni fo ya long munna tinna ma impact keno whether it's a problem of design nembang wala the target clientele nembang ban ka mun fa siko to dami wala mu agriculture mu business so to mu yalon ko is a profitable business mu yalon kay gagnon soto comme ko World Bank ya fu nyami dollar kilo mu ka agriculture to dollar nani bole soto la and then another example the African Development Bank la president ak million generation nala million years nyulu be bola agriculture ko so agriculture mo fenet mu yalon ka profitable ta so nga fa entel ni musol be do ko kala nyami musol mu yalon ko for example beon be ma ko la beon to mu yalon ko be beon sanna this will be mudaraba e beon ni malian ya fatindi de nimbanna salo sita ya wafi ye mun soto je ye taworota entel tannane ta another area ambe musol ma ko la dami ani youth groups wala mu ka tractor sang wala milling machine to ram machine lu wala irrigation system machine mu yalon ko mba dilela ya doman jo wite makop ka suti and inshallah.
Do you think you guys will be able to convince Gambians to bank with you with the new banking system?
Yeah, because the present banking system is in conflict with our religion. This is the reason why some Gambians do not have bank accounts. I know of people personally who have their money still with them. There was a study, this was in early 2000, 51% of the money in the Gambia is in the hands of individuals. It's not in the banking system. So that shows people are still having money with them that they are not bringing into the financial system. How many times do we see fire outbreaks where people are saying, I've lost 1,000, I lost this amount? Why? Because they are not taking their money to the financial systems. And the reason for most of them, of course not all of them, is because the financial systems that are in existence are in conflict with their religion.
My question is, what mechanisms are you guys putting in place in ensuring that those in the provinces also benefit from this budget that you guys are actually?
I'm a living witness. I've been in a rural area for almost 5 years working with the women and the youth groups. You look at the women and the youth groups in those places, every time you go there, you see them in their families working tirelessly day in and day out. And the microfinance system and the banking system that are there are not supportive. What we want to do, as the MD has rightly said, we have a lot of projects. That's the seed fattening project. We have a lot of horticultural projects. We have a lot of gardening projects that we want to come with. We have a lot of fertilizer projects that we want to give the women. You go to most of these communities, they will tell you we don't need money. Yet these people have been giving us a lot of money, and now we are exhausted. We are tired of giving us money and paying interest. What we want is give us fertilizer. We do the work, we sell it, and we pay you back. So we are going to do that outreach. We have Yonna Forest Bureau that have over 80 branches across the country. Anywhere you go in the Gambia, Yonna Forest Bureau is there. And we are going to do agency banking. We are going to partner with Yonna Forest Bureau. We are going to work hand in glove with them to ensure that we reach out to every individual in this country. Nobody is going to be left out. That is our slogan. Everybody in and no one out. We're going to make sure that everybody is in. And the women and the youth groups are our target. We're going to make sure that we have them on board, inshallah.
Yeah, so before you scale up a little bit, we are very much regulated. The microfinance is very much regulated. And there are a whole lot of things that you need to follow. But then the plans are in place. The infrastructure is in place. Everything is in place. It's just a matter of getting the necessary things done at the regulatory level, and then we'll be able to scale up our operations into the region. Like he said, Yonna Forest Bureau is having already 80 locations in the country, across the country, in all the regions, and then both North Bank and the South Bank. So basically, it's really going to be very much easier for the microfinance to really get to every household, like the MD have mentioned, in the Gambia. So it's very, very easy. It's just a matter of time, and then really, once those things are clear from the regulatory point of view, then it will be very much easy for us to reach out to every household in the Gambia in just a matter of a short period of time. Thank you.
How can you assort people who are willing to come and bank with your microfinance? Because we have had some, not long ago, now a bank account in hijack, or it was like some intruders, withdraw their amount, money from the bank. So we want to know how secure are the people who are coming to save their money with the bank.
But I think our system is very robust, and then the central bank is very much in tune with that, because you cannot operate a microfinance or a banking platform without having to go through that kind of verification. And then probably what could be challenges here and there is how your system is in compliance with what you are saying. But in terms of security-wise, everything is in place and is intact. So we can give assurance to our clients that will be coming, that are already with us right now, that we have a very perfect system that is operational. In fact, it has about, it's operating in 7 different countries, including 2 in Europe and then 5 in Africa. And then they've tested, like they are all working. So this reference is very easy for us to really bring to the table. And inshallah, we wouldn't go into bulk issues when you bank with Yonna Islamic Microfinance. Thank you.
Agriculture is very risky, and because of that, this is why the conventional banks are running away from agriculture. They are not interested. One area is riskiness. The other area is the turnover. It takes time to receive money from agriculture. For most crops, it is, I think the shortest cycle is rice. Vegetables. Vegetables, 2 to 3 months. For groundnut, it's about 8 months. So, yes, it is risky. So how do we mitigate those risks? One area of mitigation is portfolio diversification. We are not putting all our eggs in one basket. When we talk about agriculture, it's diverse. It's not only crop production. You have animal production. You have poultry. And these are all areas that we'll be targeting. We'll be targeting cashew value chain. We'll be targeting rice value chain. We'll be targeting groundnut value chain. We'll be targeting cotton value chain. We'll be targeting the small ruminant value chain, the poultry value chain. So for all these systems to have problem in 1 year, that's very unlikely. That's very unlikely. So this is how we have that portfolio diversification, so that in case there is problem, it will affect only 1 or 2 sectors of agriculture, not the entire sector, certainly.
Okay, but then how do you go about that particular individual who you have already invested in this business and you feel?
Yeah. So that's one area that makes us different from conventional. Because in Islamic banking, it's only risk entitled you to return, to profit. If you are not taking up the risk, you have no right to take up the profit. So for us, some of our products, of course, they are very risky. So in case the business collapses, the microfinances will take up the risk, except the failure of the business is due to negligence or misconduct. When it is your negligence or misconduct, so normally we ask for a guarantor who will guarantee the business. So the person will have to pay for that. But if it is not due to your negligence or misconduct, then the Islamic microfinance institution will take up the risk.
Mini garden mbe neken la ñu ni misal fe ndenata sa bana saro manja dafa le yama do wa atul sayna ya sa me ko do so dal bulu nyaati be ke la memba ti nyaati le pro bana saro ko kare kene pour aller ko do adin fulanja mo do sa ba yama dal mon sareto landi suwonya because very dunda jamanya kalan min na wala mo certificate o min bota central bank so ali press conference o kuma ko business o mo other business o bota certificate o wati di mala bina ni wati di mala business o be dati
mote funa nga bank yelle e mang lansino soto from central bank ita hayna wala fa muda dam tan ha yako do so nyaaw nyande okay inshallah jande nga findi jang to will show you the clearance that Yonna Islamic microfinance as doko keno banko kanjan alhamdulillah so jabital so maybe the product side operation side lamen so fenkenole that's one thing then you know a matter of displaying the lancing in the banking hall. That's another thing altogether. But then the leadership in place, but it's very good that the press to see the operational license, grant operational license, full license to continue on the business. So and the operation from start Monday on the 7th. So but the Mujama Kalamuta. So like it's important that the press briefing to Katan the Molako, operational Damtale, and as we speak right now we have opened a lot of accounts, you know. And then the passbook are here, we will display them the passbook and all the things, so we won't see any type of account, you know. But saying, regarding the operational matters, for most account or certain knowledge, but not solo fella, need lunkare. So maybe, exactly,
account nga dat leka yela kabiri Monday on the 7th nga account dat leka yela momo me lafta ka account yela we have requirements for that. That is because Yonna Islamic microfinance is regulated by the Central Bank of the Gambia. The you have to do it in line with those policies and guidelines. So what we do is you need a valid ID card or a voter's card. You need 2 passport size, you need a TIN number or a passport. If you have all those documents, you come in as an individual, we open an account for you. If it is an institution, we need certain documents from that institution. That is certificate of incorporation is needed because you cannot be an institution and you claim to be an institution without that certificate of incorporation. We will not open an account for you. You also need the institution's TIN number. And the board of directors, because we have to send a KYC to you for you to sign. The board of directors of that institution, they need to sign and fill that KYC so that we can know our customers, the people that we are dealing with. If you want to open an account today, you can open an account. But then to have access to facility, a loan, because we have a process and we have programs and policies, that is at least you should be banking with us for 6 months before you can have a facility. It's going to be too early for Tobaski is just at the end of a corner. Today you open an account, you said the bank should give you $200,000. That is not in line with our policy until or otherwise approved by senior management or the board of directors. Thank you.
If you have $100 and you have all the required documents that Lamin has explained, you can open a personal savings account with us. That is called our Wadia Marlboro account. So you can open that. Going to his question about sustainability of a business. Yonna Islamic Microfinance, we have, before it started, obviously what was looked into so significantly, that is trying to know what type of people, what are the people that you are bringing on board. Of course, looking at it as an Islamic microfinance, we have in our team people that have high level of knowledge when it comes to Islamic microfinance. So how it works. So obviously, the modalities for that actually for this product to excel is not definitely going to be an issue. So definitely, and then like I said, with our partnership with the Forex Bureau, with our partnership with the Yonna Enterprise, and with our partnership with other institutions, we believe we will be able to fulfill our ambition of including everybody in our business. And that is why we have in our slogan, Yonna Islamic Microfinance, expanding financial inclusion through Islamic microfinance. So everybody is part of it. Yes.
So this is why for Yonna Islamic Microfinance, you have a mix of liquid and illiquid products. So our products, when you look at them, you have different kinds, diverse types that will suit your own taste. And the other thing that they look at is the security of the system. Someone touched about that. So these are some of the things that we have. And the other issue is the issue of human capital. Nations will rise or fall based on the quality of human capital. You can have the state-of-the-art building for the microfinance institution. You can have the state of computers, have everything. But if the human capital is not there, they cannot perform. So for us, we have the belief, we have the human capital. We have individuals who have experience in both conventional and Islamic microfinance. We believe we have the right team. And this is true also for our board, actually. And thirdly is our faith and belief in the power of Islam to succeed. Islam is here to dominate over all isms, whether it is communism, whether socialism, whether capitalism. We must set the standard. We cannot afford to fail. Why? Because if we fail, there is what is called reputational risk, not only for us, but also for others who want to go into the system. Because the belief that most Muslims have, they have the belief this Islamic banking cannot work. When you talk to people about Islamic banking, you know there is a huge gap in Muslims' knowledge about Islamic banking. So for us here at Yonna, we have the faith and the belief that it is doable and it can work. So this is why failure is not part of our agenda. It's not part of our vocabulary, certainly. We will be successful. I cannot give our performance, but only in these 3 days, what we have done, I think we'll go beyond even our expectation, what we believe. Our target from now, after 3 days, I have the belief we are going to achieve more than what we've targeted towards the end of the year. So it's a thing that is doable and it can be done, and Yonna certainly will do it. We want to change the landscape and we want to change the narrative. And inshallah, we'll do it. Thank you.
When we fail everybody who is associated with us. So we are not even looking around the failure. But what we are saying, we are trying to work on our strength, because already we know that the market is there, people wanted it, everybody knew about that one. So it's not a secret anymore. So we are here just to give people the opportunity to come here and then do the business. That's what people are waiting for. And we are here just for that. Thank you.
I get it. Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. I get it.
Bijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka. Mbale ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom Yonna forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi manin domorol ni fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moy o diat ha.
Apelenta
ni mo ka ni lafta nyelen kendol e binaji.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.